All right.
You can be seated. Oh, come on, the wheels roll. Okay, this is the 8 p.m. initial appearance docket. We're going to call you in here individually, tell you why you're here. When you come into the room, there's a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that. Give me your full name, date of birth. I'll be giving you important information concerning your case to take with you. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of a document with to take with you that has all the important information concerning your case. Make sure you review, if you're someone who is released, the release order carefully and comply with all the conditions. For example, if they include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. If you're here in a probation violation matter, that'll be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court. Public Defender's Office is appointed at this time, so you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. All right, we will start with Daniel Bonilla, and then after Daniel will be Jeremy Beagle. Full name, date of birth?
Daniel Bonilla, July 24, 2001.
All right, Daniel, you are here because you're on felony probation in Maricopa County Superior Court. They contend you violated conditions of probation, issued a warrant on July 31st with a $1,000 bond. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30. Okay, and your orders will be right over there.
All right, thank you.
Jeremy Beagle, and then it'll be Aaron Smith. Full name, date of birth.
Jeremy Beagle, April 25th, 1993.
All right, Jeremy, you are here because probation department contends you violated conditions of felony probation, and on December 5th of 2023, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Next court date, revocation arraignment hearing, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30, and your order's right over there. Aaron Smith, and then it'll be Stephen Lewis. Full name, date of birth?
Aaron Smith, 10/06/87.
All right, Mr. Smith, you were on felony probation. Well, actually, it wasn't felony probation. You had a disposition hearing in Superior Court on September 29th of 2014. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $600 bond. Your next court date will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 13th at 8:30. And your order's right over there. Stephen Lewis, and then it'll be Manuel Vera. Full name, date of birth?
Stephen Michael Lewis, 2381.
All right, Mr. Lewis, you were on felony probation. There was a non-witness violation hearing scheduled on April 18th of last year. When you failed to appear, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $2,000 bond. wait a minute, let me get this. Where was it? And your next court date will be February 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix.
Okay.
The order's right over there.
Thank you.
Manuel Vera, and then it'll be Emmanuel Burgos. Full name, date of birth?
Manuel Tejeda Burgos, September 7, 89.
All right, you, sir, are here because, you were, yeah, you know, let me get this. You're Manuel Vera, correct?
No,
No, you.
Manuel Burgos.
All right, I think I called, yeah. You were second. I called you're after this guy.
Oh,
But as long as you're here, I'll go ahead and take care of it.
yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, Emmanuel Burgos. All right. You are here because a grand jury arrest warrant was issued, for your arrest on January 28th. It is 8 counts of organized retail theft of merchandise, class 4 felonies. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I understand you're in federal custody. You're not to be released. The amount of the bond that was set by the judge who issued the arrest warrant is $100,000 cash only. Your next court date will be February 14th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And the order will be right over there.
Thank you.
Yeah, Manuel Vera, and then it'll be Jordan Malley. Full name, date of birth?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Full name,
good.
date of birth?
It's nighttime, but,
I know. Full name, date of birth, please.
huh?
Full name,
Oh.
date of birth.
Oh, Manuel Vera, 6/27/1989.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with theft of means of transportation, a class 3 felony, and resisting arrest with passive resistance, a misdemeanor. Pretrial Services says that you are financially capable of paying your own attorney, hiring your own attorney. If that's not correct, at your next court appearance, you can request appointment of counsel. You are also on felony probation, if I'm not mistaken, yes. And your probation officer, because this is a term 1 violation, your conduct that got you arrested in the last 24 hours, requested a hold be placed.
A hold?
A hold on you for violating probation. So, a warrant, a bond amount is set on the new arrest today of $500. Next court date, February 13th at 8:30, and then on the probation violation matter, a $500 bond will set, same date, time, and place for your next court appearance there too. And your orders are right over there.
All right, then,
All
thank
right,
you.
good luck. Jordan Malley. And then it'll be Daniela Aranguer. Full name, date of birth?
Jordan Malley, June 20th, 2000.
All right, man, you were arrested earlier today, charged with aggravated DUI, driving the wrong way on a roadway. Pretrial Services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, you can request appointment of counsel or any subsequent court proceeding. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. And your order's right over there. Daniela, and then it will be Matthew O'Brien. Full name, date of birth.
Daniela Arangure, 8/20/89.
All right, you have 2 matters in West McDowell Justice Court. You're on probation. And, I don't know what the original charge was or what the fine was, but they issued a warrant for your arrest. Then you also were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession, driving on a suspended or revoked license, a misdemeanor. I point the public defender's office in your new case. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court February 21st at 8:30. Then, on the matter that you have in West McDowell Justice Court, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance on that matter. You won't be released again because you were, this is your second arrest in that case. But your next court date will be February 26th at 1:30. All the information you hear me putting on the record will be on the printed form you get, all right?
Okay.
Good luck. Matthew O'Brien, and then it'll be Brittany Harrison.
Good evening, Your Honor. Matthew O'Brien, 614-77.
All right, Mr. O'Brien, you were cited for driving on a suspended or revoked license back in 2015. When you failed to appear, a warrant for your arrest was issued on January 7th of 2016. It's a $500 bond. Your next court date will be February 12th at 8:30 in Desert Ridge Justice Court, all right?
Desert Ridge, is that?
Well, I don't know
I
where it
apologize.
is exactly, all right? If you post the $500 and get out, make sure you show up on the date, all right?
Okay.
There you go. All right, your order's right over there. Brittany Harrison, and then it'll be George Loney. Full name, date of birth, please.
Brittany Marie Harrison, 11/23/89.
All right, ma'am, you, let me get where we were on you. A direct complaint's been filed by the county attorney's office. It charges you, it is alleged that on October 11th of 2023, you committed the offenses of possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to release you on what we call supervised release to appear in Superior Court on downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. On your release order paperwork, you'll have a phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days of your release, call them and touch base with them, all right?
Okay,
All right, there you go.
thank you.
George Loney, and then it'll be Matthew Moran. Full name, date of birth?
George Dominic Loney, 7478, sir.
All right. You were arrested earlier today, charged with a form of assault with intent to injure, a misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor. Pretrial Services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in North Valley Justice Court on February 25th at 9 a.m. The important thing is the conditions of release. You're not to return to the scene of the alleged crime. You're not to initiate contact with the victims or witnesses. And if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. Okay, those are the orders. When you leave here, they can be modified for good reason at a subsequent court proceeding. But right now, I don't want you going back there or having contact with the people until your next court date. All right, there you go. Your order's right over there. Matthew Moran, and then it'll be Peter Duffy. Full name, date of birth?
Matthew Ernest Moran, 3/18/1983.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with a form of shoplifting. That's a misdemeanor. I'm going to release you. I'm going to have counsel appointed at your next court appearance. And I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Goodyear Municipal Court on February 26th at 1 p.m. Conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred or having any contact with the alleged victims or witnesses. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, your order's right over there. Peter Duffy, and then it'll be Brandon Suarez. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Duffy.
Peter Wayne Duffy Jr. in 1/1/1987.
All right, you were arrested earlier today, charged with one count of aggravated taking the identification of another unlawfully, Class 3 felony, possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I am releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. The order's right over there.
Thanks, sir.
Right. Brandon Suarez, and then it'll be Jacqueline Ng. Full name, date of birth,
11/21/79.
a full name?
Brandon Suarez.
All right, this warrant was issued by North Valley Justice Court in April of 2018 for disobeying disobeying a mandate of the court, probably to pay a fine.
It was a class I didn't know that I had. It was an online class, sir.
Well, it's been a long time. It's been.
I didn't know I had the warrant.
All right. Well, is this the first time you've been arrested on this case?
Yes,
I think it, all right, because I don't have the whole, all right, this is, I'm going to modify this. All right, I'm going to modify this order. I'm going to release him because I couldn't find anything to indicate that this wasn't his first arrest. All right, and your next court date, let me finish this off.
I thank you very much. I will have this taken care of.
Yeah, and your next court date will be February 25th at 9 a.m. in North Valley Justice Court, and all the information you need, the address and everything's on the order we're going to give you. Just go ahead and have a seat. We're modifying it right now.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Over here, sir.
Yeah, we'll bring it to you. Jacqueline Ng, and then it'll be Elizabeth Parra. Full name, date of birth?
Jacqueline Jean Ng, 11/22/73.
All right, ma'am, you are here because the county attorney's office has charged you by direct complaint with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6. This is alleged to have occurred in September of 2021. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. The warrant that was issued had you're in custody, you're being held in other matters, aren't you?
I am,
All right.
absolutely.
So I'm gonna, and I'm gonna keep the $1,800 bond in place. You'll have the next court appearance on the 13th of February at 8:30, and at that time, if anything's changed about your other custody matters, they can modify this, okay?
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Right over there. Elizabeth Parra, and then it'll be Victor Torres. Full name, date of birth.
Elizabeth Parra, 12/13/1997.
All right, ma'am, you are here because, let me get this up here. Here we go. You had a DUI case in Surprise Municipal Court. Let me get the number of this. You failed to pay a fine. This is back in 2021. This is when the incident occurred. And then this warrant was issued in February of 2022 with a $50 bond. I'm going to keep the bond in place. Your next court date will be February 19th at 1:30. You should easily bond out. Make sure you show up on the date, time, and place you're supposed to, okay? that I'm giving you, all right? You get $50 and you get out, but make sure you go back to your court date, okay?
Thank
There you
you,
go.
sir.
Victor Torres, and then it'll be Troy Bowens.
Hello, Your Honor.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Victor Torres, 8/11/98.
All right, you, sir, were charged earlier today with violating an order of protection.
I just didn't understand. It's my first time. All this stuff is happening.
Okay, you're not saying anything. It's a
sorry.
misdemeanor. An attorney can be appointed at the next hearing. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Surprise Municipal Court on March 4th at 1:30. Conditions of your release include not having any contact with the people that you're prohibited by the order of protection from having contact with, or going back to the location where you were ordered not to go back. And make sure you don't do that, because the next time you come in front of a judge, if you get cited for the same thing, they're just going to put a bond on you.
And
So-
go to jail.
Yeah, but I'm releasing you so that you don't have to do that.
Thank you, sir.
Your next, because it's the first time, and March 4th at 1:30, Surprise Municipal Court is your next court date.
The reason I went over there, I missed my kids, and I just wanted more information. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, don't contact the people you've been ordered not to contact
Going to Santan
to
Valley.
find out. There, your order's right there. All right, Troy Bowens, and then it'll be Anthony Owens. Full name, date of birth.
858/81, Troy Lee Bowens.
All right, Mr. Bowens, you were previously charged with 1 count each of the following: possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of marijuana, a class 6 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. These charges are alleged to have occurred in February of 2020. You had a preliminary hearing you were to appear at on June 1st of 2020. You didn't show up, and they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. Your next court date now will be February 13th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Okay, and your order's right over there.
Thank you.
You bet. Anthony Owens. Full name, date of birth?
Anthony Owens, 6/14/82.
All right, Mr. Owens, you're on felony probation for 2 felony convictions here in Maricopa County. They contend you violated conditions of probation and warrants for your arrest were issued in each case on August 21st with $500 bond in each case. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court downtown Phoenix on February 13th at 8:30. You were arrested earlier today with new charges: possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. A public defender's office is appointed to represent you in that. Also, $500 bond also is set on your new charges. February 13th at 8:30 will be your next court date on the new charges. You have a warrant out of Justice Court, out of University Lakes Justice Court for criminal trespass that's alleged to have occurred on December 1st of 2022. When you didn't show up on December 1st of 23, they issued a warrant for your arrest with a $100 bond. Your next court date there will be February 12th at 8:30, and we'll make sure that you make it if you haven't bonded out, all right?
All right.
The order's right over there. All right. Dameron Spears. Full name, date of birth?
Marion Spears, April 28, 2004.
All right, Mr. Spears, you're here on a warrant that was issued out of Iowa on January 21st. You were charged with, under the terms of that warrant, let me get back to that. It's a fugitive warrant And, this is a fugitive, this is your initial appearance on a fugitive hearing. You were charged with a variety of offenses, including murder.
Huh?
Yes. I will tell you what they include. Like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts of attempted murder, intimidation with a dangerous weapon, conspiracy to commit assault, various forms of assault, and it was a no bond warrant. But it doesn't say why you were to be held without bond. I'm going to set a bond in the amount, did you read the paperwork we gave you?
Yeah, I read it.
Okay. Let me point out a couple of things to you.
Okay.
There aren't easy decisions.
Okay.
Basically, the only thing they have to do to extradite you is prove, number one, there's a valid warrant, and number two, you're the person named in the warrant.
Okay.
Okay. And you can waive extradition, and you'll be held without bond for up to 30 days. And if they don't pick you up in the 30-day period, day one being tomorrow, we will release you, but the warrant will still be out there. On a case like this, I doubt very seriously they will fail to pick you up.
Okay.
If you don't want to waive extradition, let me tell you, you're not entitled to have an attorney appointed to represent you because extradition proceedings are civil, not criminal in nature.
Okay.
If you don't want to waive extradition, and you don't have to make a decision tonight because you're going to have an opportunity several times in the next few weeks to see a judge and change, do whatever you want to do then.
Okay.
But if you don't want to waive extradition, the states of Iowa and Arizona have to complete extradition proceedings within 90 days. Okay. During that time, you'll be held on the bond that I set, unless you can put it out. You can post it. Because it's a serious matter, that's why I think you were held. The bond that the arrest warrant that was issued was a no bond warrant. In Arizona, we don't hold people without bond unless the case complies with what is necessary to hold somebody without bond in Arizona. But given the nature of the charges, I was going to set a $1 million bond that you'll be held on if you don't want to waive extradition. Like I said, there are no easy decisions when there's a warrant, you're picked up on it, and you're a fugitive. There are no easy decisions. Okay, if you waive extradition, you'll be held for up to 30 days without bond, and if you don't want to waive extradition, you'll be held on $1 million bond for up to 90 days. And if you don't know what you want to do tonight, you'll have an opportunity, because your next hearing will be in this matter. If you waive extradition, that'll be it. The 30 days start to run tomorrow.
Okay.
But you'll have a hearing. Your next court date will be in Superior Court here on February 24th at 1:30. At that time, you can talk to the judge again, and you can either waive extradition and you can talk to people, you can hire people to talk to. I don't know what else to tell you, but there are no easy decisions. I mean, no matter what decision you make, you're probably not going to be happy with it.
If I signed extradite,
if you waived?
If I signed it to go, is they gonna send me back to Iowa?
Well, if they will, yeah, you'll be, if they don't pick you up if you waive extradition and they haven't picked you up within 30 days, you'll be released by us, but the warrant will still be out there. But with charges like this, I doubt very seriously they will be here. I doubt they'll let the 30 days elapse without picking you up.
Okay.
So, and if you want to think about it, you've got time. You're going to be held on the bond that I set, but you can change your mind anytime when you're in front of a judge and waive extradition if you like. All right. Or you can hire an attorney or talk to somebody who can give you some advice, but again, the only thing they have to prove is, number one, there's a warrant. Number two, you're the person named in the warrant. All right? And what I'll do is, if you don't know what you want to do, I'll just
My
put
mom
that.
told me to sign it, so I'm just gonna sign it.
What's that?
My mom told me to sign it, so I'm just gonna sign it.
Well, I don't know. She said to sign the waiver?
No, sign it before they send me back to Iowa, basically, for she.
Well, somehow or another, you'll probably get back to Iowa. Whether you waive extradition and they pick you up before the 30 days expires, or the states of Arizona and Iowa conduct a hearing where the only thing they have to prove is there's a valid warrant, number one, and number two, you're the person named in the warrant. And I don't want to rush you into this, but if you want some time to think about it, you'll have a hearing. I will put that you don't waive, and I'll set the bond I said I was gonna set, and on February 24th, you'll have to be in front of a judge again, all right?
Okay.
Is that what you wanna do?
Mom told me that.
Cause see,
So if I wait a week, is it still that 30 days is gonna wait?
no, the 30 days doesn't start to run until there's been a valid, knowledgeable, and voluntary waiver.
I'm probably gonna sign it then.
What's that?
I'm probably gonna sign it then.
Well, I need to know, you want to waive tonight, right now?
They got 30 days to come get me right now?
No, not, that rule applies to when, you've waived. You've got your choice of waiving or not waiving. The time limits are 30 days and 90 days. And if you want to think about it, we don't have to do anything tonight because you'll be in front of a judge in about 10 days, probably. Okay. What did I say?
But nothing will start if I...
Huh?
Nothing will start if I don't do nothing today, right?
What?
Nothing will start
Nothing starts, well, the only thing that starts is the 90 days within which Arizona and Iowa have to complete extradition proceedings.
Okay.
So that's like 3 months. Actually, that is running right now from the day you get taken into custody. If you don't waive, they've got to complete extradition proceedings. Again, all they have to do is prove there is a warrant, you're the person in the warrant, and that's it.
Man,
all right?
Yeah.
Why don't you think about it? Like I said, you've got the 24th is what?
Okay.
2 weeks, and then you can talk to the judge, and okay, that's what I'll do. I will.
That means I gotta wait a whole 30 days after the 24th, right?
Well, no, but the 24th is like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Today's the 7th.
Okay.
So
are they coming to get me at any time? If they come?
Well, if you waive, they can pick you up tomorrow, but they've got to do it within 30 days.
Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Waive.
You want to waive?
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you: did you have any questions about the information in the document that we gave you to read? You have any questions about anything in there? Well, has anybody promised you anything we haven't talked about?
Held in custody without bond until local clearance charge of disclosing it. It's no because then that's waiting 2 weeks for no reason. I might have to waive it. Yeah, I'm gonna waive it.
Okay, you don't have any questions about the info? Do you have any questions about anything to do with what we're talking about? Whether you should waive or not, and what happens if you do or you don't?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. What happens after I waive it?
After you waive, you'll be held without bond for up to 30 days, day one being tomorrow.
Right.
If they haven't picked you up after 30 days, on the 31st day, we will release you, but the warrant will still be outstanding.
Okay.
I can't imagine that they won't pick you up.
I'm gonna go down there if they haven't picked me up by then, but I'm gonna waive it then.
All right. Has anybody promised you anything to get you to waive that we haven't talked about?
Promise me anything?
No, I mean, yeah, I want to make sure it's a knowing, voluntary waiver. You know what you're doing. Nobody has threatened you or promised you anything to get you to waive, just like a short change of plea.
Yeah, like, you said, what about a plea?
Huh?
You said, what about?
Well, no, it's like a short change of plea. You know, if you can't tell a judge that nobody has promised you anything, or you can't say that nobody's threatened me or promised me anything, he won't accept your plea.
No, I'm accepting it. Whatever.
And I can't go, because I've got other cases here. I've got to go.
My bad.
All right, then you won't wait. What I'll do is, I'll put you don't waive, and I'll set the bond that I said I was gonna set, and then you'll be in front of another judge in a couple of weeks, and,
So I'm not waiving?
huh?
So I'm not waiving then?
You wanna waive? Okay, then I misunderstood what you were gonna do.
What's the best thing to do? You know this. Oh, man. I've never been to
Well,
jail, bro.
I have trouble. I can't accept your waiver
Uh-huh.
unless I'm sure that you understand what we're doing. And and I can be assured that nobody's promised you anything we haven't talked about or threatened you in any way.
Nobody has threatened me or nothing. My mom said they were extraditing me to Iowa where I could fight my cases where I could actually fight them at, instead of being out here where I'm not fighting no case, I'm just in jail for no reason, basically.
All right.
Yeah, that's
but what do you want to do?
I might as well go down there and fight the cases.
Well, you mean in Iowa?
Yeah.
You're going to wind up there probably no matter what, because whether it's within 30 days or after 90 days has elapsed, but you're going to wind up in Iowa and to be prosecuted for this case, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah.
And see, I've got about 5 cases left that I have to put on the record and stuff, and I got to close what we're doing, and I don't want to rush you. Why don't you wait, and you've got 2, on the 24th, you can waive or talk to another judge about it, but all right?
I don't even want to wait that long, Judge.
Well, then you want to wait, you want to waive?
Yeah, I'm gonna waive.
Okay, then I'll answer my questions. Has anybody promised you anything for you to waive that we haven't talked about?
No.
You don't have any questions about anything in the document that we gave you to read?
No.
All right, has anybody threatened you in any way to get you to waive?
No, I'm just.
Has anybody threatened you?
No, never mind. I'm just gonna talk to my mom before I even.
Well, then if you want to talk to her, why don't you wait and?
I'm gonna just wait.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
And all right, there we go. Now, see, that's where I thought we were. You're gonna waive.
Yeah.
And hold on. You waive, and then, I'm sorry, you're not gonna waive. I take that back. You want to talk to your mom.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna waive, and, you are available as a matter of right. I'm going to set a cash-only $1 million bond.
Oh, that's $1 million bond, huh?
Well, I mean, listen, they want you held without bond, okay?
Yeah.
And I saw what the charges were. I think that's pretty serious.
Yeah.
So, and then your next court date will be, in front of another judge. We're just an initial appearance court. It'll be in front of another judge on February 24th at 1:30, okay? There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we'll have it for you in just a minute. Go ahead and have a seat. Yeah, have a seat. Just sit down.
Address and
Okay. Who are you?
Dulce Vianey Cruz Aramburu, septiembre 7
Oh,
del
oh,
86.
okay, you're Spanish speaking.
Sí.
All right, I apologize. I didn't know you were. Okay. And you're Dulce?
Sí.
Okay, well, let me get your case up here. Can the interpreter hear me?
Yes.
All
Interpreter
right.
number 918. Mhm.
All right, we have a, Spanish-speaking young lady in front of me. I need to have her give me her full name and date of birth.
Muy buenas, le voy a estar interpretando la llamada. ¿Me podría brindar su nombre, apellido y su fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Dulce Vianey Cruz Aramburu, septiembre 7 del 86.
Dulce Yanei Arambro, September 7, 86.
All right, ma'am, you, have been charged by, a grand jury indictment with the following offenses. Where am I here? 2 counts of possession of dangerous drugs for sale, class 2 felonies.
Usted ha sido acusada por el jurado por los siguientes delitos. 2 ocasiones de poseer, drogas peligrosas que son un delito tipo 2.
1 count of illegal control of an enterprise, class 3 felony.
Un encuentro de control ilícito o ilegal de una compañía, eso es un delito tipo 3.
1 count of money laundering to conceal proceeds, class 3 felony.
Un encuentro en cuanto a lavado de dinero, eso es un delito tipo 3.
And 1 count of using an electronic communication device to conduct drug transactions, a class 4 felony.
Y un encuentro de usar un dispositivo electrónico para la comunicación de transacción de drogas, ese es un delito clase 2.
An attorney will be appointed at your next court appearance to represent you.
Un abogado será nombrado y asignado a usted en la próxima visita de la corte para que pueda defenderla.
The amount of the bond that was set and the arrest warrant that was issued is $60,000, and your next court appearance is February 14th at 8:30 in downtown Phoenix. Do you have any questions?
La fianza que se le puso es de $60,000. Su siguiente fecha de corte o cita para la corte va a ser el 14 de febrero a las 8:30 de la mañana en el centro de Phoenix. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Okay. No.
Okay.
Okay. No.
All right. Thank you. Your order's right over there. We don't have any more Spanish speakers, do we? No, that was the only one. All right. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Excellent job. Huh?
Thank you for calling Lambridge.
All right. Okay, you want to wait?
Yep.
All right, let me get back to your case. I know that. I can figure that out. All right, we're back on the record with Dameron Spears on the fugitive warrant out of Iowa. Mr. Spears says he'd like to waive extradition.
Yep.
And I will modify the order. Let me ask you again. Has anybody threatened you in any way to get you to waive your extradition rights or promised you anything that we haven't talked about?
No.
All right. You understand that if you waive extradition, you'll be held without bond for up to 30 days.
Yeah.
Day one starting tomorrow,
Yeah.
and,
February 9th,
huh?
February 9th.
Well, well, tomorrow will be February 8th, I think. We're almost there. Starting tomorrow, and, if they haven't picked you up within the 30-day period, you'll be released by us, but the warrant will still be in place. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And that you're not entitled to have an attorney appointed to represent you because this is a civil proceeding and to give you advice, but you can hire your own attorney and, or talk to anybody that you need to talk to, you think, to discuss these matters, and you don't want to do that at this time, correct? All right. All right. You don't have any questions about anything we're doing?
No, I'm gonna talk to
All right, I find this a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver, and I accept your waiver. And let me amend the warrant, he's going to waive. And that's it. We're finished with, what we're gonna do here. The time will start running tomorrow, and good luck. What's that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's gotta sign the waiver, yeah, I guess. Where am I? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Go get your paper. Where is no court date?
Oh, yes, that's okay.
Signatures.
All right, let me look at it here. Let me see, looks good to me. All right.
Add yours to stack.
Cheers too tall. This world makes me slip on. Oh, yeah, okay, you all through, you guys, okay, I was just waiting for you, all right. Here we go. Philip Mandela was arrested today, charged with theft of means of transportation, a class 3 felony, failure to obey a police officer, and obstruction by refusal to give correct name. Those last two are misdemeanors. I'm releasing him on his own recognizance to appear Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. Christian Brown, was charged with, yesterday, criminal damage, a class 4 felony, public defender's office appointed to represent him. The statement on the release order explains why we are setting a $1 bond and what he must do to comply with what we need to take care of our functions here. Next court date will be February 13th at 8:30. Jeremy Smith. What happened with Jeremy Smith? What am I doing with Jeremy Smith? A grand jury arrest warrant was issued on February 5th for the $5,000 bond. He's been charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, and possession of, and driving while under the influence, a misdemeanor. If the $5,000 bond is set, we can't determine whether that he's entitled to have an attorney appointed yet. Next court date, February 14th at 8:30.
This is the no action one.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
All right.
He timed out.
He talked. Yeah, I'm glad, thank you. Let me go back and start over. Let me start over again. Let me start over again. All right, edit. Oh, yeah. All right, no action. Let me see. All right. Now, next was Nicholas Carlin, or Carton, Carian, 26. He was arrested. Boy, that shows the dates. No, am I still on Jeremy Smith? All right, he was arrested earlier today, charged with resisting arrest, risking physical injury, a class 6 felony, threatening and intimidating, a misdemeanor, and criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor. He's released on his own recognizance to appear in Superior Court downtown Phoenix, February 21st at 8:30. And lastly, Christopher Mott is here because he was arrested and charged today with disorderly conduct by fighting and assault with intent to injure, both misdemeanors. I'm releasing him on his own recognizance to appear in Peoria Municipal Court on February 27th at 9 a.m. All right, that's it, right? I can sign off.